I think I found the next 20x project that nobody really is talking about. However, don't ape into it just yet. There's some big concerns that I have that I'm gonna share with you towards the end. But for me personally, it's really a no-brainer. It's a great project with great products and most importantly, with great utility and community behind it. The project is called Galxe, and let's look into it. Full disclosure, I do have a back of Galxe, but this is not a shield, it's a really small position. I'm planning to make it larger if the right conditions on the market happen. I'm not in any way affiliated with the project. I just really like it, and I also like to review projects that I'm looking into and share my findings with you. This is a way for me to learn, but also to give others the opportunity to do their own research and to put certain projects in the spotlight. Okay, what exactly is Galxe? This is a project previously known as Project Galaxy. They rebranded, so keep this in mind. And in very simple terms, they offer two main services. One of them is digital identity, or like a passport for Web3. And the other one is loyalty rewards for different tokens or projects, again within the ecosystem of crypto. And just a quick couple of examples. So if, for example, you want to go and get a loan on a decentralized platform, right now they don't have a way of knowing if you're a good boy and you're paying up your loans, or you're a complete degenerate and you're defaulting regularly on your loans. And that is very important information when it comes to normal banks, but we don't have this in Web3. And this digital identity can give you these kind of advantages. And the second example is something like this: partnership with big projects where they have certain tasks that you need to complete, and potentially you can win some rewards. In this case, it's around $1,000 worth of rewards on this task, on this specific project, but also you can get some cool NFTs. And pretty much Galxe is offering projects a way to see which are their most loyal people and reward them, which creates stronger communities. And they can even use data from off-chain sources like Discord, for example, and Twitter. That is the project in a nutshell, and let me tell you what I really like about this. First of all, they have astronomical gains in popularity. I want to start with their Twitter. Currently, they have almost 700,000 followers, and this number has been growing. The last time that I looked into this project was about 2 weeks ago, and this number was around 600,000. So they've been growing like crazy on social media and also on Discord. Their Discord is quite big, also with around 400,000 people inside. And these are numbers that are need to be considered. It's not like 20,000 or 40,000, which is a typical crypto community. These are really significant numbers. But that's actually not the most important, even in the case of Galxe, because they do have a lot of activity on their website and on their platform. And even here on dapp radar, they're constantly in the top 10 of most used decentralized application. And you can see here the growth that they have historically. And lately, okay, there has been a slowdown in the numbers of active users and transactions, but still currently they're in the tens of thousands of active users and in the hundreds of transactions. And currently they're sitting in number 2 on social and number 7 in general. So across all the decentralized applications, they're in number 7, and I've seen them being at number 1 or 2. So this is one very important aspect of every project that I like to see: usage of people and people that really interact with this project and find whatever they're offering useful. That is super important. And this is also supported by the activity that we see here on Binance. It ranks number 1 on the BNB chain project by Altrank, which takes into consideration their social and their market cap. And this is very recent, so this is for February this year. And also it's one of the most bullish sentiment tokens here on the BNB chain. And as you can see, most of these are really just meme tokens, and Galxe have a real project and something very, very important that they're building for this ecosystem. And you might be asking yourself, but how don't people know about this when everyone pretty much is talking about this on the internet, or at least it looks like this? I was personally wondering the same. That's why I think the most logical explanation is that this project is a backbone project. It's not the one that's advertised in front. Even in this example with BNB chain, on Binance they have a fan token which is pretty much managed by Galxe. And as you can see, although they have their logo here, the focus is on Binance fan token. And similar with Polygon. If you see them having a project with Polygon that is organized by Galxe, which one would you remember? Will it be Polygon that pretty much everyone knows about, or Galxe, the new project? And by the way, look at this. On Medium even, they have 20,000 followers. And actually, I think I know the reason why they have so many followers. A lot of the quests that people need to complete for the given project that they're participating or the loyal program that they're a part of consists of following and retweeting stuff. And I think that could be the reason behind this astronomical growth of this social media following, but also the fact that not that many people discuss Galxe itself as a project. And the final and the very important thing that I really like about this project is that they have some real utility behind the token. The supply is capped, and yes, it's used for governance, but also it's used for paying for any fees on the application. So pretty much this means that any project that wants to collaborate with Galxe and use their services need to pay their fees in their token. That is very powerful, and combining this with the fact that the token is listed on most of the exchanges, which means that they have the support of these exchanges, I think this makes for a very good fundamentals of this project. But that's obviously not all. We need to look into the other side of the coin, and there are a few things that I don't really like about this, and let me show you what they are. I will start with the worst one, and these are the tokenomics. Really, right now we are pretty much in the beginning of this project when it comes to token inflation, and for the next year or so the token is projected to inflate with around 100%. Every month or so they're inflating the supply with around 4 to 5%, and that is planned to continue all the way through this year and next year. And even worse than the inflation is that the team pretty much has around 40% of the supply. So the team here has around 15% according to this graph, but then they have the treasury, which is around 20%, which pretty much is managed by the team. And then we have full 15% for marketing, which is insane. I don't know what they're gonna do with so much money for marketing. And also the foundation has around 10%. So all of these tokens are managed by the community. And when it comes to the early airdrop, look at this. It was like just 2%. So very, very insignificant. Even Binance Launch Pool has around 2%. And the public sale guys got around 5% of the total supply. So not great tokenomics. However, we're going to look into the chart a little bit later, and I'm going to show you that even with this kind of inflation, the chart hasn't been that affected. The second major concern that I have is with their community and the numbers that they actually have, but the engagement doesn't really match the numbers. And I want to show you something here on Discord. Although since the last 2 weeks, there has been a little bit better results from what I'm seeing, but the general chat feels like it's full of bots. There hasn't been that many interactions and quality conversations that I've seen in this chat. And usually it's just hi, hey, have a great day and whatever. But this is not a sign of a community behind this. Even if we go into the DAO, which means that these are token holders, you see that we have more productive conversations here. But again, for the numbers that they're pulling and the hundreds of thousands of people that they have on Discord, I'm not very impressed, to be honest. And if we go to their page on Twitter, you pretty much see exactly the same. They're very good at marketing themselves, and they're pretty much very well spending the money dedicated to marketing. And as you can see here, there are a lot of things about campaigns of the weeks, and that's what I really like, that they have a lot of campaigns. But then the engagement under these posts are not that impressive. Even an AMA here that they posted with 700,000 followers, they have just 33 comments and 160 likes. That's, I think, not a very good sign, and probably the main reason behind this that a lot of those quests and whatever I just already discussed in the first section, they're made like campaigns to share, with retweet and follow, which don't bring you true people as a community, which don't bring you followers in the sense of a community, but more like fake followers, I would say, or paid followers on your Twitter account, and it just inflates the numbers without having the backbone of a community behind it. Probably this for me is the biggest concern, because it means the token might not actually catch fire, because there's no narratives inside. They're talking that much about digital identity and the loyalty programs that this project is focused. People are talking about layer 2s and all the other things that I have extensively discussed on this channel. However, this might go under the radar. It doesn't mean that it cannot 20x. I still think it can easily 20x, and we're gonna look into the chart and I'll show you why. But if this doesn't happen, I believe that this will be the main reason. So after all of this, what exactly is my plan for my bag of Galxe, and what can we expect as price for this token going into the future? First, even if we look at their fully diluted market cap, it's currently around $440 million. If this 20x's from here, that's around $8-9 billion, which in a bull market, to be honest, is not that much. This is a relatively low market cap coin. It's on page 3 on CoinMarketCap, and still, as I mentioned, has very good exchange diversification, and usually tokens like this perform well in a bull market. And if we look at the chart, as I mentioned, we haven't seen that much of a reaction to the massive unlocks that they are happening. So what I've seen here from here to here, there has been around 8% of the supply unlocked, yet the price has continued to move upwards together with the general market. We're currently facing this level of resistance around $2.50, and it looks like price has been consolidating. So after this first leg up on the retracement, I started adding to my position here around $2. But I will be a lot more excited if we get to somewhere around here, which is around $1.70, which also lines up with the 618 retracement level and also this general area of support that we have right here. So my plan is to keep adding to this position and make it full size pretty much if we go somewhere around these levels. However, I'm assuming 100% risk on this one. I think it's high risk but also potentially high reward token. I'm gonna position myself appropriately, so I'm not gonna go all in. I'm not gonna make this a major out position for me. Most likely it will be some of my smaller bags for the long term, but I definitely wanna have a piece of this project because, as I mentioned, the potential here could be very astronomical, especially if there's a discussion about digital identity in the Web3 space. I really think this could skyrocket. The major levels we should be looking at if we break out of this 250 level is definitely this one around $4, and then the next one is around $7. As you can see, there hasn't been that much price action, which is great. It means we don't have that many back holders. So if we break this level here, definitely I can see this going to like 20, even $50 as I mentioned. I wouldn't be holding just for 20x. Definitely I'll be taking some profits, but I don't think this is out of the realm of possibilities from here to 20x, which will be around $50 per Galxe, as I mentioned already. That's pretty much everything for this video. If you have any questions, you know how to find me.